One of the first steps for the Bolsheviks after seizing power was to extricate themselves from their commitment to World War I. In March 1918, the Brest-Litovsk peace treaty with Germany and all the Central Powers would sign it. As a result, Ukraine, Finland, the Baltic states and Poland were ceded. Many anti-Bolshevik generals and Cossacks started gathering armies. Also, many nationalist armies emerged. This militarization was called the Y movement. They were comforted by the Red Army, a newly established force led by Leon Trotsky.
Алғашқы ұлт-азаттық көтеріліс Қазақстанда қашан болды?
1918 пен 1920.
The commander-in-chief of the Whites in Siberia was Admiral Alexander Kolchak. Commanders Anton Denkin and Pyotr Wrangel attacked from the south in October 1919. General Nikolai Yudenich tried to capture Petrograd, but the attack was stopped only 50 kilometers from the city. The Red Army was commanded by Leon Trotsky. Other notable generals were Mikhail Frunze, Mikhail Tukhachevsky, Semyon Badion, and Antony Ovsenko.
Ақтар мен қызылдар ненің атынан соғысты?
Шатаспасам, ақтар өзгерістерді қалаған жоқ, қызылдар социалдық революция істегісі келді, сол үшін екеуі бір-бірімен соғысты.
Рахмет, дұрыс.
When the World War I came to an end, Russia's former allies, especially Great Britain, France and Japan, joined forces to finish the Bolshevik power. Also, altogether, about 200,000 foreign troops were brought to Russia. The Allied intervention was, in fact, a minor element in the civil wars happening around the far fringes of the country and making no big impact on the actual fighting.
During the Civil War, the Soviet government entered into negotiations with the Alazh Horde. The desire of the Soviets to attract qualified specials to the side of the revolution. On the one hand, the escalation of cruelty and violence of the part of the counter-revolutions and interventionists. During the Civil War, the Soviet government entered the negotiations with the Alazh Horde. The desire of the Soviets to attract qualified specialists on the side of revolution on the one hand, the escalation of cruelty and violence of the part of the counter-revolution and interventions on the other, forced the intelligentsia of Alazh to switch to the side of the Soviet government. Great is the merit in achieving national accord. In the article Revolution in Kyrgyz, he wrote, "The proclamation of the Declaration the Rights of the Peoples of Russia can be considered the beginning of an alternative attitude to the Kazakh national question." The leader of the Alazh Horde, A. Baqtiyar, together with A. Ermekov, and the head of the military department, together with Captain H. In July and August 1918, Tokhtamyshев negotiated in Samara and Omsk with representatives of the military department of the Komish and the provisional Siberian government on issues of assistance to the Alazh Horde in the formation of the armed force. The leader of the Western Branch rifles and machine gun from Samara through Komish, promising to organize Kazakh detachments of 2,000 people in the near future. Intergai group was allocated in 300 Berganok, 20,000 Kyrgyz and a large amount of uniforms in September 1918. With the help Dutov, they began to form the cavalry regiments, one in the Kostanay, the other in Kyrgyz countries. In August 1919, the first Alazh cavalry regiment was formed in Semipalatinsk, consisting of 38 officers and 750 soldiers. Formed with the help of the White Guards and hastily trained detachment of the Alazh formations soon began to take part in the armed struggle against the Red Army. The armed confrontation in Kazakh was an integral part of the civil war in Russia. Therefore, not only the course of hostilities on the main front of the civil war had a decisive influence on the development and course of the struggle of the Cossack fronts.